from which book these have been taken. So I will refer to the pages. You can refresh, you can take the help from these pages. But at the same time, you should also subscribe and take one book from the seminar library, as in when they start the book bank facility. The department each year starts the book bank facility, and the students can take one book in each subject by paying some subscription. A small subscription is paid, so you go for that. Secondly, the purpose of this revision class or the review of topics covered from day 1 to 12 will be honestly served if most of you have gone through whatever was discussed in these 12 sessions. You have gone through them, you have tried to complete the assignments, the small assignments, and you have also tried to understand on your own. And thereafter, you should have noted the queries. A query like, can you tell me what is cost concept, or can you tell me what is debited? This is not a query. This is just, for the sake of asking, you can ask. Query actually means if you attempt and then take 2-3 steps, and maybe at the next step you are not able to follow, but you have done it, you want to know if it is correct or not. Anyway, I'll take up, because I planned it that way, the review of topic 1 to 12. Before I take up, I'll just give you a summary, in fact, of what we did. We started with explaining you the importance of this subject, or the necessity of this subject, accounting, in overall MBA program. For decision making in the capacity as manager, you would require knowledge of various subjects like marketing, production, economics, management concepts, communication, and accounting is one of them. So its necessity, I tried to highlight using it from the decision making point of view. The decision making point of view was that in order to take a decision, you need data. That data you analyze, and after analysis, you reach a conclusion, and you take of several options available. This option could be a better one. So where does data come from? Data comes from the accounting records. So if the accounting records can be read by somebody properly, only then he would be in a position to analyze, and only after analysis decision could be taken. If the accounting records prepared are wrong, or if the person accesses wrong accounting records, or those records which he should not have accessed, he accesses different records and analyze them, his decision will be wrong. Similarly, if the records he obtained were correct, but his analysis was wrong, then again decision will be wrong. So through that small example of 10-12 transactions, I illustrated the calculation of profitability. Some of you calculated loss, some of you calculated profit, and accordingly you would have realized how important or how necessary the accounting information is for the purpose of taking decision. Then we started explaining you some historical background of accounting, and then various types of accounting, various users of accounting information, and at the end of each user, it was explained why should we know this accounting information, why there is a necessity for knowing the accounting information, who uses it, and for what purposes does he use. So this is how that part was explained. And then just one second, let me copy the attendance. I'll just copy the attendance to the sheet, and then once again start. Users of accounting information were explained. Then historical background of accounting in India and worldwide was also explained. I also explained to you then meaning of accounting, its definition, various components of accounting definition, and thereafter the accounting as a language of business was explained. This concept was explained in a bit detail. That is, the concept was explained with the help of 5 elements of accounting equation, and those 5 elements of accounting equation were asset, capital, liability, expense, and revenue. These were explained, and I also explained to you why is it that we should have asset or we should not have asset. Why is it that having a liability is desirable or having a liability is not desirable. At this stage I asked you a question which in fact most of you, majority of you posted in the Google Classroom also, and that is it good to have liability, or if you have a choice to start business, would you use your own capital or you would go for the borrowed money. Now I have gone through not all but some of the answers and I tried to you also. What I'll do, in fact, each time I give you an assignment, instead of replying to you individually, once you have already posted, once all of you have posted, I'll post a suggested answer. So you evaluate your own compared to what I have posted. In this respect, one example I have already done. I have posted an illustration or a sample of this weekly key learnings. So you can go through that and accordingly, summarize or accordingly put up your own key learning of every week. Now, the example the question that I asked you about, should you have use your own capital or should you have borrowed money? In this respect, also, I'll post it. I'll post a suggested answer, and then accordingly, uh, you know, accordingly you can check with your own. So the concept of asset, capital, liability, expenses, revenue were explained. With the help of that, we started certain conventions. I think 10, 12 were explained, and then we started explaining you the rules of recording business transactions on the basis of accounting equation. That is, how do we convert the ordinary language into accounting language using one of the two bases. Each method will result in the same entry. So kinds of accounts are explained to you and accounting equation was also explained to you. Thereafter, that those analyzed transactions were recorded in a proper format known as journal. So journal entries were illustrated maybe for about 10, 12 transactions. Thereafter, that was the recording part. Thereafter, we took up the second component of the accounting definition, that is recording, classifying, summarizing, and interpreting. After recording, we went for summarizing, that is, we went for preparation of ledger, converting our journal into ledger. Journal was the basic document. From this, we converted to ledger because once we record, from that only we'll proceed. So ledger was created for cash account, for XYZ account, and then I asked you to prepare remaining ledger accounts. So there you would have prepared as many ledgers or as many ledgers as there were heads of account like cash account, capital account, interest account, etc., etc. Then this was explained to you. I think I can go on to the slides also. Then finally we reached at this slide. These are the balances of various accounts that you must have made, and you must have arrived at these balances which I put it in this form known as trial balance. Before that, I asked you about which account will have a debit balance, which account will have a credit balance. This all was explained in details. Prior to that, one sample of ledger was shown, another sample of ledger was shown, and then these entries were shown. Like this, we moved ahead. So we stopped at this stage, that is here, a trial balance, and we noted that both sides are equal when we reach at this stage. When we reach at this stage. Now, this is what we did. I'll take up now your questions. I'll ask, you may ask questions. I'll note down those questions and then I'll take up to answer all those one by one. The reason of, first noting down those questions is that depending on the number of questions, I'll allot time to each question so that I'm able to answer your most of the questions before the class time is over. Now you may kindly start asking questions based on the coverage that we had in those 12 days. Yes. No question from anyone or?
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Yes, Sana.
Yes. Sir, I have received a message from bank that money is transferred to my account and it says that your account has been credited with 2000 rupees. So why it shows credited? Because a amount has been added to my...
Okay. You receive a balance. Sorry, you received a text from bank
Yes.
saying that your account has been credited with rupees 2000.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
You could have said 2 lakh also, isn't it? Or only 2000.
2000.
Yes, 2000. We are not anyway from income tax office. All right. So I have noted this one. Next question. This message, most of you like Sana, most of you will be receiving on your mobile from bank. Sometimes your account has been credited by so much rupees. Sometimes your account has been debited by so much rupees. There will be no third message from bank. Amounts will vary, heads will vary, details will vary, but the words debit and credit, either debit or credit, will not change. I'll explain. Okay. Yes. Any other question?
Sir,
Yes. Kanishka.
like in some stores, it's like coupons are given to the customers.
Say it again, please.
Sir, coupons are given to the customers for next shopping.
Coupons are given to the customers for, okay.
Sir, for next shopping. So, sir, how it works? Because they give coupons to many people and how
Okay,
they get the profit.
I will take up then. And next question. Okay, next question. Yes.
So,
Yes.
with respect to real account, yes, sir. So, with respect to real account, debit was what comes into the business.
Hold on, debit what comes into business and credit what goes out of business.
Sir, it is something confusing for me, sir. Actually, I'm not from commerce background.
Tell me why is it confusing?
Sir, because I studied that debit was what goes out actually.
No. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. I'll explain. I have noted down.
Okay.
Any other question? I can take some more questions and then I'll start. Yeah.
Sir?
So,
yes.
In the situation of returning the goods, what should we do in the journal entries?
Okay, fine. I have noted down. I'll do that. Goods returned.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Which goods
Yes.
sold or purchased?
Sir, sold good return to any, I think, dealer or retailer.
Then you will not return. Goods sold returned by the customer.
Yes, sir.
I'll take up both and explain to you. Goods sold and returned, goods purchased and returned. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Other questions?
Sir, sir, if we receive check from someone and if we are not going to deposit it, where we will record it? In general, where?
Okay. Several of you, most of you have answered it, and several of you have answered it correctly also. I will still explain. Check received but not deposited.
So after preparing ledgers, then sir, how do we allot the amount credited and amount debited? Can you once again please explain this?
After preparation of ledger, how do we
allot amount credited or amount debited?
Okay. Just 1 second. Let me note it down. I'll explain. Well, how to do you wish to know how to find out balance or?
Yes, मतलब आफ्टर पूरा लेजर बनाने के बाद उसके बाद हम कैसे अलॉट करेंगे कि हमारा अमाउंट डेबिट हुआ है या क्रेडिट हुआ है, ये कैसे पता करेंगे?
मैं आपका सवाल समझ में आ गया। और बताइए भाई।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
हाँ वालेकुम।
Yes sir.
So my question is that if we make advance salaries to our employees, when do we record and how do we make a journal entries?
Advance salary to employees, fine. Okay, then.
Sir, Assalamualaikum, sir. Sir, in the process of creating a ledger from a journal, so in case we are having the multiple heads of account.
Hold on for a second. Let me just send a reply. Somebody is continuously trying to join after 8:05. Okay, I am continuously trying to connect after 8:05, but why at 8:17? I mean, now please proceed. If
Yes, I was saying, sir, in the case of creating a ledger from a journal, so suppose we are having the multiple heads of account. So why are we allotting, for example, if we are creating a cash ledger of a cash account?
okay.
So why are we allotting the amount individually reflected in that multiple heads rather than allotting the amount which is reflected in the cash account?
I'll explain.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll take an example and explain to you from the given one or maybe a new one.
Yes.
I think I have taken up 5-6 questions. Once I finish, I'll take up more. And in case the time is over and I have not been able to answer some of your queries, or maybe some of you had more queries, you post in the group. I'll answer, and maybe some of your friends can answer. In case your friends answer it, I'll look at the group, their answers. If the answers are correct, I'll say they are correct. If not, I'll send you the correct answers. Let me start answering the questions that you have already asked. See, you received a message from bank. Your account has been credited. This is in the accounting language. In ordinary language, one who asked me question, Sana, or I don't remember the name, one who asked me the question, in ordinary language, she should be in a position to tell me what has happened. What is this transaction for? Can you tell me?
Yes, sir. My uncle has transferred this amount.
Your uncle has deposited this money in your account.
Yes.
Okay. Now again continuing in the account in the ordinary language. Just one second. This is. One second, I'll just allow somebody now. So, continuing the ordinary language, your bank balance increased. Am I right?
Yes, my
Your
bank
bank
balance.
balance increased. That means if your bank balance increases, that means bank writes it as credit. The accounting language for bank is credit. Who is informing you? It is the bank which is informing you. So you are referring to the account of bank because each is opposite to the other. So this should be thoroughly clear. Bank is informing you and using the word credit. So when your account balance increases or when your bank balance increases, bank says it has credited. Means for bank, it means credit. If you maintain your own books of account, what should you call it? You call it just opposite. You call it as debit. When your bank balance increases, for you it is debit, for bank it is credit. Now we should know why is it debit for me and why is it debit credit for bank. Okay, let us start with bank. Bank says your account has been credited in an accounting language. In ordinary language, your bank balance has increased. Okay, so the money that you deposit in a bank, what is it for the bank? Asset of a bank or liability of a bank?
Liability, because
Liability of a bank. Yes, you are right. All of you are right. Liability of a bank. When liability of someone increases, what should that some organization do? Debit or credit?
Credit.
credit.
You may refer to the rules. The increase in liability is to be credited. Now, examine it, analyze it from your point of view. From your point of view. What is your point of view? Your bank balance is increasing or decreasing? Increasing.
Increasing.
Your bank is an asset increase in asset is to be debited. Therefore, if you prepare your account, if you were to record in your books of account, you will debit bank. In case bank is recording in your account, the bank will credit you because bank's liability is increasing. What is the bank's liability? As and when you demand, bank has to pay it back to you. So if somebody has to pay back to somebody at a later date, it is a liability. So that is why bank sends you a message that your account has been credited. Now, okay, these are the challenges. Somebody says, I by mistake exit. Can I join now? I mean, you just join. So you must be receiving different messages from bank using only 2 words. Now, for the time being, I am just asking you, not immediately after the class is over, whenever you get time, review some of the messages that all of you must have received from bank, sometimes debit, sometimes credit. You yourself will reach the conclusion that as and when your bank balance increases, bank writes debit. As and when your bank balance decreases, bank writes debit. When your balance decreases, for example, if you have withdrawn money from ATM or from any other source, you would have received a balance, your account has been debited. You would have received a message that your account has been debited. If you go for some shopping using your any of the either internet banking or maybe by charging your debit card or maybe by this WhatsApp or Phone Pay or Google Pay or this several applications are available. So the moment you enter into a transaction, you make payment, you would have received a message from bank saying your account has been debited. So now if we wish to speak in accounting language, most of you would be interested in receiving a credit message from bank or a debit message.
Credit message.
Most of you would be pleased if the bank writes your account has been credited. Now in case your account has been credited, fine, I'll take up that later. Let me just finish the remaining questions. So I hope I have cleared your doubt.
Yes.
Now somebody asked me coupons given for the next shopping. So you want me to tell you the accounting entry to be made or what?
Yes, so how it works when it's credited and debited.
How it works is simple. These are promotional methods that any organization adopts. Usually the stores or the mall, they issue open to you on 2-3 different counts. One of them could be that if you go for shopping of more than like this 5,000 rupees, you get 1 coupon. Another 7,000 rupees, you get 2 coupons, etc., etc. This will be recorded differently compared to a situation. Whenever you go, they give you these coupons that you can use. You win a lottery or you write some quiz or you do something, they give you a coupon. Okay, this is what this you can go and watch a movie. This is what. So these are different way of giving you coupons. We can take one example and the rest you may follow on your own. Say you visit a shopping mall, you shop for 5,000 rupees, they give you coupon worth rupees 500. So this 500 is the discount. In a sense, they would have given it to you. So we can pass an entry of discount. How do you pass an entry for discount? Discount, if you take the example of kinds of account, to which group this word would belong? Nominal. Expense or loss? Expense, loss, income, what it is. Nominal means straight away we'll see, is it expense or is it income?
Expense.
Gain.
It is no gain. It cannot be gain. Gain can be for the one who is receiving. For example, I visit a shopping mall, I receive a coupon. So for me it is a gain. But are we preparing the accounts of mall or are we preparing the accounts of individual? We are preparing accounts of mall. So for mall, it is an expense or it is a loss. loss will be debited. What will be credited? What will be credited?
Income and gain.
Income, sir. Income.
Which income? What income are they getting at the time of giving coupon?
So that's 5,000 shopping.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So what they will do? See, one aspect is sure, discount will be debited. What will be credited? Put a question mark here. Think for some time, maybe a little more. And if you can come up with a double entry, okay. If not, I'll explain to you. Now, real account, somebody asked me, why? The question perhaps can somebody repeat? Somebody asked me, real account, why? Like real account, I lost the question somehow. I wrote it real account reference only. Wanted to know what is, why do we debit or what was the question like? I just cannot recall.
Yes, sir.
Basically, he was asking concept of debit and credit in real account.
Okay. Concept of debit and credit in real account is, first of all, we should be clear about what a real account is. Real account is things other than person, which we can see, which we can physically verify, belong to real account group. And what are those things? The common examples are cash, furniture, goods that you buy and sell, anything, computer, laptop, books or medicines, anything that you can see them coming in or you can see them going out, which can be physically touched and verified, are the examples of the real account. So once we have identified that the accounts belongs to group of real account, the next question immediately we should ask, is it coming into our business or it is going out of our business? If it is coming in, it will be debited. If it is going out, it will be credited. So this is how we attempt the real account. If the question has been answered, okay. If you still have some doubt, I'll explain. You need more examples or your question, you still have some doubt?
सर अगर बिजनेस में कोई चीज हमारे पास आ रही है तो वो क्रेडिट होनी चाहिए ना हमारे लिए?
अगर नहीं, अगर बिजनेस में कोई चीज आ रही है क्यों क्रेडिट होनी चाहिए भाई देवे? क्या लॉजिक है आपके पास उसका? देखिए फिर वेट कीजिए. Unless we follow the steps that I have explained to you, things will be complicated. What are these steps? First step, decide to which account does this particular head of account belongs to. To which account? Once a decision is taken, then we talk about the rule of that account. Then we talk about debit and credit. If it is applied to personal account, things will confuse. If it is applied to nominal account, again there will be a confusion. So first we decide what type of account is it, personal, real or nominal. Once the decision has been taken, then go for the rule. Now if you say whatever is coming into our account should be credited, should be credited, it's not the case. It will be credited. If it goes out, it will be debited if it comes in. So this is how we'll proceed. Similarly, if the account is personal, we cannot talk about coming in or going out, because the person means we will talk about receiver or a giver. If the kind of account is nominal, we cannot say coming in or going out, because in case of nominal, example is, let us say, loss or interest. So there is nothing which can come in. What comes in? Whatever you received interest in cash, for example, somebody received rent in cash. Your company has additional building which you have let out, and somebody has given you rent in cash. Rent is nominal. So we cannot say rent is coming in or rent is going out. What is coming in? Cash. Cash will be debited. Rent is not physically something which can be touched or seen. So rent is a nominal account. Then we will see income or expense. It is income because you are receiving rent. Income will be credited. Rent will be credited. Cash will be debited. So first and foremost is type of account, then rule, and then debit and credit. Okay, next one, somebody asked me when goods return. Now, goods return could be purchase return or sales return. Let us talk about, shall I first talk about purchase return or shall I first talk about sales return? Your answer should be with some logic. Should I discuss purchase first or sales first?
Purchase first.
Because we purchase goods only then we can sell. Okay, so you purchase goods and you found some part of good defective or maybe 100% goods defective and you are returning it back to the seller. Okay, so first there will be an entry of goods purchase that you know that you might have made. You want me to explain if the goods purchased have been returned. Now, which basis do you want me to explain it to you? Accounting equation or kinds of account? Take kinds of account. Anyone I can explain. Take kinds of account. What is goods? To which group does this belong to?
Real account.
Real, no,
Real
sir.
account.
Real account. Real account. What rule will you apply? Coming in or going out? So what is happening in this case? Coming in or going out?
Coming in.
Coming in.
Coming in.
How it can come in by you are returning the goods? You bought 10 books, you are giving it back to somebody who sold. The books will come into the business or books will go out of your premises?
Go out.
Go out.
Books will go out.
Go out. So that means the goods that you bought, you are returning, the goods will go out. So it will be debited or credited?
Credited.
So
Credited.
one part decided, the goods will be credited. What will be its appropriate head? What should be its title? Either goods only or goods returned.
Goods return.
Goods return.
Appropriate title should be goods returned or purchases returned. When you buy, you say purchases. When you sell, you said purchase return. Sorry, when you return, you call it purchase return. So purchase return will be credited. What should be debited? You are returning it to somebody, to a businessman from whom you bought, to a seller. You bought goods from ABC and Company. ABC and Company is a personal account. You will apply the rule of personal account. When you will apply the rule of personal account, is ABC in this case receiver or giver?
Receiver.
Receiver. ABC will be debited. So the entry would become ABC account debit to goods purchases account. Okay. Now sales. With the same logic, you should try to pass an entry on your own and post it in the group. What you should do? Goods sold, returned. Analyze this transaction and after the class is over, post it applying the same logic. Now next question somebody asked was check received but for some reason could not be banked or could not be sent to the bank. The banking hours were over or the messenger was not available or you were occupied. There can be a number of reasons. Check received. You must have received check from somebody. See, it will not be dropped from the sky. Somebody must have sent you this check. Normally, the person to whom you would have sold goods on credit earlier. Let us say that somebody is ABC. So what is this ABC? Real, personal, nominal?
Personal.
Personal.
Receiver or giver? The moment you say personal, next question should come to your mind, receiver or giver. So receiver or giver?
Giver.
Giver. So ABC will be credited. Done. What is to be debited? In case this check was deposited, then you would have deposited in bank, personal account, receiver, you would have debited bank. But you have not deposited in the bank. So what should you do? There is a convention that people follow in the office that before the office is closed, whatever cash is available, it is counted and recorded. The cash in the cash box is so many rupees. Similarly, there are other forms of cash also which are known as near cash. So check is an example of that. So here we debit cash account. We debit cash account, although actual cash balance does not increase, but total cash balance, including cash and checks, and there are some other kinds also, they increase. So the entry that we make is cash account debit to the person account. Person's account, we have already decided the ABC giver will be credited. What shall we debit? We will debit cash. And next day, when the next day or next to next day, on any banking day, when this check goes to the bank, when this check is taken to the bank and deposited, we will debit bank and credit cash. We will debit bank because bank balance will increase when we deposit check, and our cash balance in the form of this statement that we made a day or 2 days before, cash will be credited. So this is what, as per accepted norms and procedures, we debit cash when we receive a check and do not deposit, and the next day or next to next day, cash account is credited to square up the entry, and the process is completed. Several of you have written that bank account to be debited. I mean, in the assignment that I give you, but bank should not be debited because bank balance was yet to be increased the day when check was received. You will show increase in bank balance only once you deposit check in the bank.
Sir?
Yes.
Can't we write check receivable account debit?
No, not check receivable account debit, because I told you earlier that in the company, practically, when the office is closed at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., before the accountant or before the person who looks after the cash transaction goes home, he writes in the books of account, he writes in a cash book known as petty cash book. He writes there how much money is available with him the day or the moment he is leaving office. These are standard practices to exercise internal control in the accounting department. Imagine, just assume a scenario, visualize a situation that somebody is appointed as an accountant dealing in cash, and company deals in several 100,000 rupees, maybe 50, 100 lakh, 200 lakh every day cash transaction. And in cash box, when he is leaving for home, there's a balance of rupees 10 lakh. Suppose actually there's a balance of rupees 10 lakh. What if it takes this money home, maybe use it for a few hours or for some important thing, comes back in the morning and deposits? He cannot, because before he leaves, he needs to count it, sign it, this much money is available in the cash box. His senior anytime can check, can verify that the physical availability of cash is in accordance with what is written in the cash box. In the cash book, a small cash book or petty cash book, it has a column, this much money is available today. So this is what the standard internal audit procedure is there. Let us take the example of our department. One staff deals with this one. So from the finance office, assistant finance officer cash has an authority that he can visit anytime and can verify that physical balance of cash is actually 100% equal to the cash recorded in the books of account. So this is for internal control purposes. Shall I move, or you still have some questions on this?
So no question on this.
Okay. Now next question, somebody asked me, how do we balance ledger? Let me take you to the sheet. I'll be able to explain to you better. Just 1 second. Here is the example. I'll take you. See, this is an example of a ledger. You transfer several entries in debit side. You transfer several entries on the credit side. You know that these entries are being transferred from this book journal. The process I had already explained to you. Cash was given in debit. You are transferring it to debit side by interchanging the heads of account. These steps I dictated to you, you must have noted. Cash was given in debit side, you have transferred to debit side. Cash is given in credit side, you have transferred to credit side by opposite name. When I say opposite name, here opposite name was capital, here opposite name is bank. Simultaneously, before I tell you the balancing, simultaneously I can answer another question also. If somebody was asking why do we write the amount given against cash or given against this? In this entry, furniture is given in debit side. If you prepare furniture account, in debit side you will write cash, in debit side you will write bank, in debit side you will write IFS, because the total debit in the furniture account is 60. So you should post 60. How do you post 60? By giving these three separate heads. See, furniture account was debited by 60. How was it debited by 60? By crediting cash of 10, by crediting bank of 20, by crediting IFS by 30. Therefore, its equivalent, the total equivalent of debit, that is 10, 20, 30, has to be posted. Similarly, when we prepare cash account, it is in credit. In credit, we will write furniture. But what amount? The amount which is given against cash. Look at this. We will write furniture because this was debited by rupees 10 only, by rupees 10,000. This can be explained further. If this debit increases cash, credit decreases cash. It is in accounting language. Each time cash is increasing, we are writing in debit side. Each time cash is decreasing, we are writing credit side. Now to answer your question, a specific question, how do we balance? Now, if you are preparing accounts manually, take out a separate page, pen and pencil, paper, total your debit side. You would notice that your total of debit side is 1,15,000. On the same page, total your credit, deleting this amount. I explained to you the reason. You total your credit side up to this stage. You will find that this total is 1,10,000. Sorry, 1,05,000. I have written here. Total of debit side 1,15,000. Total of credit side 1,05,000. Once you take both the totals, then you can find out the difference. You find the difference between 115 and 105 as 10. This 10 becomes your balancing figure, and you write it as balancing figure. Just one second. I received a message from Parvez Talib Sahab just now. Hold on for a second. Let me read. I received a message from Parvez Talib Sahab just now that class, can you continue the class today till 9:40? I have no problem. Parvez Sahab may be busy somewhere, so we will exchange this class. Maybe he will engage in my slot. So I'll continue this class up to 9:40 with a break of 5 minutes. Zareen having some problem on network and only she could help. Fine. So you will not be able to access the class of Parvez Sahab for some technical issues. So I'll continue this class. I am writing it to Parvez Sahab that I'll continue, and also I'll post it in the group. Is it okay with you?
Yes, sir.
We will wait. We will close. Okay, we will have a break of about 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'll inform in the group also those who could not join. Yes, Parvez Sahab has written that he will engage both the classes tomorrow. So it is not an issue. I'll inform also in the group. I have replied to Parvez Sahab. After a break, I'll allow others also to join who could not join because of late, so that they know they should not try to join the class of Parvez Sahab. Okay. So I was explaining to you how to find out a balance. So we total on a rough page about total of debit. We also total credit, and difference between the two we take, and that figure we write as balance CD. Let us assume that this is as on 31st January of any year. When you enter on 1st February, this balance will appear on this side as balance BD, balance brought down, or BFD, balance brought forward. When we write balance, let us say this is on, let me even write these, let us say this is on 31st January. When you come 1st February, for example, this, let me just insert a row here and write it as 1st February. 1st February, I'll write here to balance BD, balance brought down, And what figure shall I write here? I'll write here 10,000. So this is called as opening balance, where I am using the cursor, I am moving the cursor. This is called an opening balance. And what does this call? What is this called?
Closing balance.
Closing balance. Very true. This is called closing balance. This is called opening balance. This you spoke in accounting language. In ordinary language, how do we say? When we closed our account, in cash account we had rupees 10,000, or we can say we had 10,000 rupees with us on 31st January 5 p.m. On 1st February 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. you will start with 10,000 rupees in your hand. Alternatively, suppose it happened on 1st January. Let us say it happened on 1st January. In your company, you had 1 lakh rupees received in the form of capital. On various dates, on some date you have received 10,000, on some date you have received 5,000. Total received was 1,15,000. On some date you have spent 10,000, on some date you have spent 30,000, then again 10, 20, 10, 5, 10. You continued spending on different dates. How much did you spend in all? In all you spent 105. So you had a balance of 10,000 towards the end of January. Therefore, in the beginning, the balance would be 10,000. So the question that you asked me, Ledger, how to find out the balances? This is how you calculate balance. That is total all debit figures, credit all total credit figures, total all of them. Take the difference. Difference can lie either on this side or on this side, depending on which side has been heavier, which side has more total. If this side has more figures, the balance will fall here. If this side has more figure, the balance will fall here. If the balance falls here, where the cursor is there, which I have highlighted, which balance will this be, debit or credit? If the balance is appearing here, where I have placed the cursor?
Credit.
Credit, because credit side was heavier. And if the balance appear here, it will be a debit balance. I had explained to you in details here which account will always have a debit balance, which account will always have a credit balance. Now the time is approaching, is 9:50. Your other classmate, those who could not join this class, may be trying accounting this join Parvez Saab class. So let me send a message. We will have a break of about 5-6 minutes. I will resume. Those of you who wish to go take a cup of tea, a coffee, can do that. I'll resume at about 8:55 or so. Within 5-6 minutes, I'll resume. I'm just leaving now.
भाई क्लास तो यही रहेगी या दोबारा ज्वाइन करना पड़ेगा?
नहीं, not necessary. You can leave your screen like this and can resume once I come in. You need not to rejoin, because you will not be joining Parvez Saab class, so you need not to exit this meeting. I am posting a message